I don't even know where to begin with this. I don't even know what I'm supposed to do. I don't know. This is... No! 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 I can't... I'm not even gonna fucking do my normal intro. No, I'm not even gonna do my normal fucking intro. Because you see, when someone is fucking passionate about something, you don't give a bullshit excuse as to why you cannot enjoy it on whatever you were originally enjoying it on. Okay? So, let me explain to you the bullshit reason why BlazBlue Chronophantasma isn't on 360, for those of you that play it on 360 and enjoy it on 360 like I do. I enjoy the BlazBlue series on 360. I own the original, and I own Continuum Shift Extend. I originally had Continuum Shift, but then I sold it, and then when Extend came out, I bought it. Anyways, I'm so mad right now I can't even properly fucking say words clearly. Moving on. So I'm gonna read this fucking article, and I'm gonna keep putting emphasis on fucking words, because that's how fucking pissed off I am. So I'm gonna read this article to you. Those of you people that are interested in the BlazBlue Chronophantasma. So here's how it starts off. BlazBlue Chronophantasma is skipping Xbox 360, but developer Arc System Works says it's not because they don't want to release ports. Bullshit. Speaking to Siliconera producer Mori, is said that I can't pronounce Mori's last name. It's Toshimichi. It's probably Toshimichi. I'm actually probably pronouncing it right. Toshimichi Mori said that Chronophantasma just doesn't fit on a DVD, and the Xbox 360 doesn't support Blu-rays, of course. If the Xbox 360 could increase its storage space by double, then we could bring it there. Chronophantasma doesn't fit on the disc, Mori says. Basically, if you were to fit it on a disc, you would have to compress it, and then the quality will go down, but I was concerned that it would be an inferior version. It's possible factors such as the 360's low market share in Japan and the developer's traditional PlayStation-dominated user base to have an impact on the decision too. Gee, you fucking think? Anyways, moving on. Let me talk about the first half of this article, and then I'll get really ranty after the second half of the article. The first half of the article is retarded. You want to know why the first half of this article is fucking retarded? I don't know. Let me look at my list of games that I own really quick here. Let's see here. We've got, I'm going to ignore those. Let's see. Halo 4. Let's see here. We've got Halo 4. We've got Dead Space 2. Dead Space 3. We've got, let's see here. Call of Duty Ghosts. I've got, let's see here, what else? Grand Theft Auto 5. I think Battlefield 3 is also a candidate. Yeah, so those are a couple of games to mention right now. You want to know what all those games have in common? They all have 2 discs. All of those games have 2 discs. Want to know why all those games have 2 discs? Why do they have 2 discs, you may ask? Because they don't fit on the fucking 360's regular DVD fucking disc. So what did they do to fucking compromise that? What did they do to fix that issue? I probably just used the word compromise wrong, but fuck it, whatever, I don't care, I'm pissed off. They made a second disc for the game because they knew it wasn't going to fit on one fucking disc. Now, I know that there's probably no fighter games, or maybe there's 1 or 2 that don't have 2 discs and they're just on 1 disc and everything. But you mean to tell me that you couldn't take half the story mode and put the other half, put like, say for example, the game has 20 characters. You put 10 characters on 1 disc, and you put another 10 on the other damn disc. And you also, I guess, put the final story on the other disc, because I'm pretty sure that should be fine. That's what you do. And you can include multiplayer on both discs. And you can do all that other shit. Because you want to know another game that did that? Another game that did that, if I remember correctly, was, what What was another game that did that? There's a game that does that. I can't remember off the top of my head. Oh yeah, Dead Space 3, I think. It split the campaign in half. And one half of the campaign is on one disc, the other half is on the other half. And the same thing applies to Dead Space 2. Now, I'm actually trying to think. There is another game that I'm thinking about that has 2 discs, and essentially what you do is you put one disc in and install it, and you can play the game from either fucking disc. I'm pretty sure this isn't Grand Theft Auto 5, because I don't think you can play the game from the install disc, hence why it's an install disc. But here's the other thing. So besides fucking being able to put one half of the game on one disc and another half on the other, what I was just talking about, an install disc, okay, have fucking the Xbox 360 DVD disc carry, I don't know, about half of the game, maybe more than half of the game, alright? You can do that, and then if it doesn't all fit on the disc, then you have an install disc. The install disc installs on your hard drive the rest of the game so that you can play the rest of the game on the disc. This coming together now, do you understand why this is fucking stupid? You understand why fucking Tosa, whatever the fuck his goddamn name is, Mori's goddamn fucking reasoning behind this is how stupid it is? Oh, and some of you might be all like, oh, well, I have a PS3, so I'm not worried about this. I don't fucking care if you're not fucking worried about it. I don't care if you're like a fucking fanboy of fucking Sony, and you'll be like, Xbox isn't getting it, so it's not my problem, and Xbox sucks because... No, I'm sorry. This problem is so goddamn fucking stupid. This is an idiotic problem that does not make any goddamn sense whatsoever. It's either them being lazy or them being prideful, because I'm gonna simply just say it right now. Clearly Japan is prideful of their own shit. Okay? I've watched a lot of anime and manga and shit, and there's a lot of anime and manga that is only available in Japan. And also, there's just a bunch of other shit that comes out for Sony's products that is like animated and manga or styled or whatever that only comes out for the Vita or the PlayStation 3 or the PlayStation 4. Either way, it doesn't fucking matter. Moving on. Arc System Works. This is the real shit kicker right here. Maybe I won't rant as much as the first half of this article, but here's the second half of this article. Here's the shit kicker, as I just said, not shed. I am shedding off a bit of a rant here, though, aren't I? I'm sorry. I'm just really passionate about the BlazBlue series because I fucking love the goddamn shit, and I watched the anime and loved the living hell out of it, even though the anime was kind of botched, because honestly, it could have been like 25 episodes, but instead it was 12, because they took a lot of shit out of the goddamn games that were in the games and didn't include it in the anime. But anyways, moving fucking forward. Arc System Works has compressed the game's graphics down for the Vita release. If you look at the Vita version, you can see that the graphics have been compressed. We're busting our butts to make it look good, Mori says. The quality of the Vita is acceptable for portable systems, but if you had a Vita quality game on a home console, personally, I'd be upset. We're trying to make it to the best of our ability for a portable system. BlazBlue Chronophantasma arrives on PS3 in North America on March 25th and hits Vita sometimes during Northern Summer. A European launch has not been announced. Are you fucking serious? You can compress a long... Apparently, I'm just going to assume that the problem is that the game is ridiculously long. So let me get this straight. You can compress a long-ass game with a lot of content in it on the Vita, but not the 360. The Vita! Let me spell this out for you. V-I-T-A! What is the Vita, you may ask? It's a handheld console. It fits in your hands. It's a tiny console that fits in your hands that, you know, is a handheld, obviously. You want to know what makes this redundantly stupid? The Vita is not as powerful as a 360. The Vita is not as powerful as a PS3. Surprisingly, it comes close. But let's think about this. The Vita does not play games in HD. The games, none of them are in HD, actually. And, again, it's not as powerful as a 360 or a PS3, let alone even being close to a PS4 or an Xbox One. Yet you can put the game on the Vita. You're bullshitting me. You're bullshitting about a good quarter, maybe even a little bit half of your fan base. You're fucking kidding me. I'm going to say that the fan base on the 360 is at least maybe 30%. Maybe 40%. I actually wouldn't say 50, because there's probably more people that like anime and stuff that have a PS3, and that's a big population as well of people. But you're fucking joking, right? You have to be kidding me. This is an excuse to not put it on the 360. You're being lazy. In Japan, you're doing the thing that you do fucking best. You're being prideful as all hell to the shit that came from your goddamn country. Because you're releasing it for the PlayStation 3. And that's understandable. Yeah, that's understandable. It has a Blu-ray disc. And it has a ton of space on it. That's perfectly fine. And you're releasing it, though, for the Vita. Why aren't you having the same issues with the Vita? Why don't you be lazy and not put it on the Vita as well? Oh, I'm sorry. Let me go back a little bit here. Since I'm so pissed off, I might as well bring this up as well. BlazBlue is on the DS as well. BlazBlue, not BlazBlue Chronophantasma, but BlazBlue Continuum Shift 2, which is pretty much Extend, only it's missing a little bit of content, is on the DS. It's on the 3DS. The 3DS is not as powerful as the Vita. Yet that game's on the DS. And it's playable on the DS. Let me guess, though. The DS, where did the DS come from? It came from Nintendo, correct? Where does Nintendo reside at? Where does the main Nintendo headquarters reside at? Japan. Exactly. Do you see where this is coming from? I'm not hating on Japan, as a matter of fact. I'm hating on their pride, okay, and their ability not to like to send things to other countries because they don't think other countries deserve it. I'm not saying particularly Japan are assholes because of this. I'm simply saying that this is something that is a little ridiculous. People in America, Europe, and whatever other places are interested in your stuff, in your items, in your accessories, and your content. And you not putting it to sell in other places is baffling to me. It's baffling to me because you could be making a lot more money by spreading your content everywhere, by getting more people to know about it, and by getting those people to tell other people about it. But through in and throughout, you do the same thing over and over again. This is probably one of my longest rants, besides the Ultimate Tenkaichi one. Because this is ridiculous. This is simply fucking ridiculous. It's sad. It really is sad. And as a matter of fact, now that I think about it, if the issue is a disc, then why don't you just put it as downloadable content entirely on the marketplace as an arcade title? But let me guess, you won't do that either. You won't do that either because, oh, we didn't think of that. Or, oh, we think that it wouldn't sell well on the arcade market. There's a thing called advertising, people. And a lot of companies do this. Hell, I'm on the dashboard right now. Batman is being shown for the Xbox One. Castlevania 2 is being shown off. Watch Dogs is being shown off. If I go through the dashboard, like I am right now, I'll see that in the games part, Call of Duty Ghosts is getting shown off. Titanfall is getting shown off. If I click on Browse Games, right now, you'll see Thief. You'll see Assassin's Creed 4. You'll see Walking Dead. You'll see South Park. You'll see Lord of the Rings. You'll see all the indie titles. You'll see a bunch of add-ons. You'll see demos. Am I making my point here? Has my point come across yet? You could advertise your game on the dashboard for about a month or two, actually, if you wanted to, if you paid Microsoft a good amount of money, in which you would get back from your game. Because advertising on the Xbox is, it's going to make you lose a little bit of money. Advertising something generally always makes you lose a little bit of money. But the stuff that you get back from your advertisements, because I know damn well BlazBlue is a good series and it's fun to play and it's got an interesting story that's lovable, and the Xbox Live market is a little bit of a competitive market, as almost all fighting games are. I'm just saying, you could advertise your game, and you could, you know, get it to sell well that way. Because it's going to be a $60 title. Say, for example, it costed you, I don't know, $1,000 maybe, or more, to get the game advertised on the dashboard for a while. Do you know how many people would actually download? First of all, I'm sure that over 1,000 people have played BlazBlue on their Xboxes, because there's 33 million units sold of the 360 right now. Actually, it's probably more than that by now. And actually, let me, you know what? Since I'm in a ranty mood and I want my facts, let's look up the Xbox 360 right now. I don't know if you can hear me typing in the background, but let's look up the Xbox 360 right now and let's see how many units exactly have been sold. Oh, I'm sorry. I was way fucking off. The Xbox 360 has sold 80 million units. 80 million units. And you want to know something funny? That is of October 17th, 2013. People still buy 360s. Not often as before, but people still buy them. So there's probably another million or two in that list. And the PlayStation 3 has sold 80 million as of November, meaning it's a little bit behind, but it's generally the same amount. So a console that is selling more than your home country's console, at least how I see it right now. I mean, yes, they both say 80 million, but again, November 2nd of 2013 is not October 17th of 2013. So that means that the Xbox 360 is technically speaking ahead by at least a tiny bit. So a console that's selling more, that probably has at least a good couple of, in the thousands, fan base of your game, you won't put the game on that console? Are you fucking kidding me? Is that some kind of joke? I've already explained why it's bullshit. It's bullshit because you can fit it on the Vita, and that's a console that isn't even as powerful. I'm sorry, that's a handheld console that's not as powerful as a regular console. And it's bullshit that you say the disc isn't big enough and doesn't have enough space on it. Are you fucking kidding me? There's a bunch of games that are 2 discs right now. There's a bunch of games that has 1 disc and yet an install disc for you to install the rest of the game to your console. This is stupid. I'm not even going to do my usual outro either. I'm not going to say stay sexy. No, this isn't something to stay sexy about. Alright? I don't even know if I should say be sure to like, comment, and subscribe for more either. I said it just now, but I don't know if the video is clearly still going on. I haven't ended it yet. You know what? I'm going to just simply end it like this. Post your opinions down below of this. Down below in the comment section, my bad. Post your opinions down below in the comment section. And tell me what you think of this. How long has this video been? About almost 20 minutes. That's reasonable enough for me being pissed like this, because I'm dedicated to a certain series, and they gave me a bullshit excuse as to why that series is not coming out for a system I own and I paid money for. So anyways, I'm not going to end this the usual way. This was Paladin. This was Dart Paladin. I hope you agree with me. You should. And I'm signing off. See you in the next video.